My people, this is a Faceless Snowman. Today we're going to be covering the craftable items in dysterra. We're going to be starting off with your building core. You have 3 levels you could put on it, upgrading it each time. Once you hit level 2, you could do auto conversion. This is the life of your base, right? You put in terracite. You got 3 different forms that you can put in there. Each one of them could be broke down for energy. So the health on it at level 1 is 30,000, level 2 is 40,000, level 3 is 50,000. We'll be moving on to the terracite transmitter. This you could sell your terracite for points and then buy stuff in the shop right here. Like each pure stack of terracite is 5,000. Show you by placing some terracite in here. Buy this epic gun here. Let me grab my terracite. Yeah, so each one's 5,000. You sell 3 at a time, so 15,000 at a time. A gun's worth 30,000. So it's not super hard to get this terracite either once you start doing the farming. So go ahead and buy this epic assault rifle DBG-14. Once you buy it, it'll go into your mailbox. You go to your mailbox, you click on purchase, claim, and it'll be placed into your inventory. Alright, on to the crafting table. You can only do it one time. The health is 1,000. Now this is where you're gonna craft everything from food, protocols, armor, guns, health packs, turrets, everything for your base is going to be here. It's kind of pretty self-explanatory. It's broke down in little sections if you need to go through it. You can craft 5 different objects while you're going and doing some other stuff. Alright, we're going to move over to the repair bench. With the repair bench, you can level it up 2 times. The first time you could just, whenever it's level 1, you could just repair items. The second time allows you to increase the durability of these items, which is nice. So you just put it in there, you repair it. You can go to reinforce it. When you reinforce it, it's going to take 1 fine terracite each try. It might take you a couple tries to max out the reinforcing, but it's definitely worth it. Once you max it out, every time you repair it's going to repair that maxed out ability. Right here we get 200 extra durability to this armor. You can do armor, weapons. Moving on, we'll go outside. I already got a vehicle workshop made here. It's got 4,000 health durability. Go up here, you craft 2 different vehicles. The Strider, which has 2,000 durability, 4,500 battery, and carry 4 people. And then the Strider EX, 3,500 durability, 6,000 battery, carries 4 people. It shows you the estimated time and how much it's going to cost in energy with what it's going to take to craft it. So all this is going to be drawing off your core, so you have to watch out, make sure it's all filled all the time. There are differences between the vehicle you find outside and these 2. This is one of the vehicles you'll find out that you could repair and go into it. The durability ain't but 500. Your battery is 3,000, and you have no storage in it. Yeah, so here goes a little shot of it being, the Strider being made. It's kind of like a 3D printer. Kind of cool. So, a little interesting. Anyway, let's go check out the Strider. Strider EX. I have one of those in the house. Go over to it. The best thing about it, when you go into it, not only is it the durability nicer, bigger battery banks, but it could carry up to 20 items. So whenever you're farming, or when you're getting ready to go on a raid, you could load that up, sleeping bags, ammo, all that good stuff. And on to the bed. This is where all the magic happens. Nah, just playing. This is where you'd be respawning. You could upgrade it twice. You rename it, repair it, pick it up at any time. Whenever you upgrade it, so level 1, you respawn, it's 2 minutes. When you upgrade it, it'll upgrade it to where you can respawn on that bed now every 60 seconds. So that's the reason that you want to upgrade it. Also brings the durability up. So if somebody's trying to break it from 500 to 1,000. That is why you would want to upgrade it for the respawn time and the durability. Now let's go over our storage boxes. You got a small, medium, and large. The small one, you can store 10 items in it with the durability of 1,000. It will get you going at the start. As long as they're empty, you can always pick them up. You can name them, and you can repair them. So, all right, the next one's going to be your medium-sized box. Once you start getting fine metals, you'll be able to start getting them. You could also pick them up as long as they're empty, rename them, repair them. They have 20 slots with 2,000 durability. And the final storage box will be your large storage box. This is your superior metal, takes it to craft. You could also pick it up, name it, and repair it. Inside of it, you got 40 spots that you could put, and it's got 3,000 durability. So it's the size of, so the mediums the size of the 2 smalls, and the large the size of the 2 mediums. It also, whenever you put stuff in and out, it tells you who took it out when they took it out. So even, I believe, if you're raiding somebody's base and you go in their base and you take all their stuff, it'll tell them when they look at it who took it out. All right, now we're going to go to the forge.
The forge refines select materials into their advanced versions. Metal converts into advanced metal, and terracite converts into advanced terracite. The conversion will stop if the power runs out, so make sure your building core isn't low. Place a chunk of metal or terracite in the forge and press the on button.
Alright, let's check this out. We're going to put the terracite in there. Just the common stuff. It's going to take 900 seconds to refine 1 terracite block. Seems like a lot, because it is, but you could have it running all night. You get back on, I think you get around 75 to 100 depending on how long you're off. But you having it go 24/7, it comes out. It's worth it. You know, I would make me a little building with nothing but forges in it. Have 10 of them going. Up next is the recycler. You could you get guns and stuff whenever you beat some of these bosses. So I'm believing this is what's gonna go for it. You could take and place objects into the little area there, and it'll break it down to whatever it's made out of. I don't believe it's 100% that it gives you, but it does give you some good material back. So right at this moment, I don't see the use of it, right? But maybe later on when they add more stuff, more higher end gear, you start getting higher end gears and drops. And maybe even if you raided somebody, you might be able to use it to break down their gear. I don't know. However you want to do that. You can take fine stuff and break it down to common. So if you got a bunch of fine stuff and need some common gear, that's one way to do it. It does take one terracite to make one fine terracite, but you break down a fine terracite, you get, I think it's uh, five regular common terracite. So there might be a thing if you wanted to put in the time to swap it back and forth. Really don't know. That would be up to you if you think it's worth it or not. Me myself, I don't think it would be worth it, but let's continue on. Now we're going to integrated utility control. Pretty much from this, you can operate anything in your base. As far as you can activate everything, deactivate everything, turning it on and off. See what's in your workbenches. I think you could even look, see how much time you have on your core. So whenever it's orange, it's off. Whenever it's green, it's on. So I got some bounding mines around my place. I could turn them on and off from in here if I had grids, electrical fences, anything in that neighborhood. Maybe you want to save some of your hours while you're online, and right before you get it, so you could deactivate some of your stuff before you go offline. You could activate everything just by hitting activate all. Maybe you could deactivate some things that you don't need on, because once you start adding turrets and electrical grids, your power core starts getting on a minimum. I get down to where I don't have but 12, 13 hours. That's a little taxing. But yeah, you can activate everything at one time or deactivate it. That's pretty cool. It's got about 1,000 damage on it. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It'd tell you how much damage, like your mines, how much they would do. 200 damage a piece. That's pretty good. So now I need to put down this electrical floor grid. These things are pretty wicked. They look good. I like how they lay out. You do have to have open floor, though. Nothing can be on it for you to place it down. Even if somebody's standing there, you cannot place it down. You can pick it up at any time, repair it at any time. It does 100 damage at level 1, and it costs 10. You know how they measuring that each. It goes from 67.8 to 77.8. Okay. So rough 198 hours to 187. Okay, about 10, yeah. Alright, when you upgrade it, Takes fine metal, fine wire, fine terracite. You upgrade it. You only upgrade it twice. Now it's doing 150 damage per second. Me and a buddy tried this out. He tried to run across it. He didn't make it. Didn't make it at all. Still at 187, so it don't look like it really cost any more juice to upgrade it to the number 2. Yeah, it pretty much one-shotted him. I guess it really would be 2 shots because you got 95% energy damage over here. But you ain't got but 180 health, so that's roughly 55. So in 2 seconds, 1, 2, it's done 110 damage. So they got 2,000 damage resist, so that makes it a little more thing. If you put them on the ceiling, because you could stick them on your ceiling too, that would increase. They would have to break that, then break your ceiling before getting in. I think it might take probably 4 rockets to bust them, and then be another few rockets to bust in from that. Alright, let's look at the hologram now. This is my first time actually building one of these and looking at it. I hadn't really seen any use for it. Unless you just want to look cool. I don't know. Maybe put one on your building and let him look around. If he changed his stance, instead of just sitting there with his gun up all the time, he looks real. Maybe it meant to look like he's looking at you. He kind of keeps turning towards me. Yeah, you can pick them up anytime, repair them. They got 3,000 damage, so if somebody's trying to knock it out, it'll waste a little time. Not much up to it. You can't upgrade or anything. Go out and look at the electric gate. I have been interested in this. I hadn't put one up around my base yet, but I have been interested in sticking one up. But, really am sure it does not. So if you put an electric fence with it, it won't be electrified, but the fence will. It's just a big electric gate that you could drive your truck in. It stays open a little bit longer than a regular door because you will be driving your truck. You can pick it up at any time. Password protect it. Repair it. Yep, then you could add your electric fence to the side of it. They look pretty dangerous. Don't know what kind of taxing it does on your power core, but they don't really snap. They kind of snap in place, but don't really snap in place. So you have freedom to turn it at the angles you need it, want it. Do have to turn them on though. And it does give you 8,000 damage to take one out. You could also pick it up at any time you want. So at 182 hours. I think we went down to 168. Yeah, you can pick it up, redo them. That's about it on that. I was seeing if you added electric fence to it, did it make this electric too, but no, that'd be a weak spot. Now we're getting to the goodies. The turrets. Unfortunately, you can't just place them on the ground. They do have to be on one of your foundations or ceilings. And it can't be a sloped foundation. That is very unfortunate. But you can put them on your roofs. on your flat floors. I'll make a video on pretty nice little layouts of them to keep them pretty much people from just sniping them out. But yeah, they have 3 of them. You have a light ammo, an energy, and a shotgun. Light ammo's over there. It's got 350 durability on it. It does 18 damage, and it's got a range of 25 meters on at level 1.
Load up your turret with its specific type of ammo,
Energy
and then
cost
turn
is
its power on
2.8.
to activate it. Remember that turrets also drain power from your building core when they are active.
Let's upgrade it to level 2. And grab some material real quick. We'll upgrade it to level 2. Let's check out the stats now. Damage is 24, so that went up. The range is 35, but the energy cost doubled. So these things start taking a toll. We're going to go up to level 3 now. It's looking a little bit more responsive. The damage is 28, the range is 45, and the energy cost is 8.2. Alright, let's go to the energy turret. Durability is 400 at level 1. Damage is 20. Range is 23. 2.8 on an energy usage. You can also name these, that way if they kill somebody, it'll say turret south side, that way you know which way they're coming from. So we leveled it up to level 2. And it's now 500 durability, 26 damage. Level 3 is 600 durability, 30 damage, 45 range, cost 8.2. So you get a bunch of them, you can see where it'll start wearing down on your core. You have to keep that supplied. Now we're moving on to the shotgun turret. It does 10 damage, 16 range, 450 durability. This would be something that I would think you would want to have inside by some doors, something like that, because it ain't got a long range. If it does any kind of damage like the shotgun, that thing's OP. So level 2, 15 damage, 25 meters in range, 5.5 in cost of energy, with a 550 durability. Level 3. You have a 650 durability, 20 damage, 35 meter range, 8.2. So they all seem to be around the 8.2 whenever they're fully upgraded. It did look like the energy one done the most damage overall and had the longest distance. People, this episode's coming to an end. If you liked the video, let me get a like on it. Subscribe. Hit that bell notification, let you know whenever I post new content. Until next time, Face the Snowman. Out.